This is Rover, our knowledge-based data platform. It offers configurable dashboards and cognitive search capabilities, along with search engine-specific features. All this by harnessing the power of federating text and semantics via knowledge graphs and full-text search. We have created a widget to prove the integration of LLMs into our platform by using solely private data. We have assessed 3 publicly available models: OpenAI, Bedrock Titan, and Llama 2. Let's start our conversation. How to measure a disease lethality. To get the answer, the system fetches paragraphs from the available data to put together a response. As a response, we get Gompertzian analysis, which seems to be specific only to COVID-19, which is unsurprising, as most of the data is about COVID-19. To put together an answer, the system is fetching paragraphs from the available data. Earlier on, I had posted the same question to ChatGPT, and I got 5 ways of measuring disease lethality. Still, none of these mentions the Gompertzian analysis, which proves easily that to get this response, the system has used only private data. Let's go to a different scenario. I will ask a generic question. Tell me about COVID-19. As the question is not very specific, using LLMs again, this question would be rephrased to something like, what is the situation with COVID-19? Okay, so we actually get information about the COVID-19 situation. Let's continue our conversation, which are its variants. As we account for chat history, it's being replaced with COVID-19. These are some of the variants. As we all know, this is not necessarily a complete list, but we can continue our conversation. Let's ask a subjective question. Which is the worst variant? Okay, the system has replied that Omicron is the worst variant. However, it also provides the reason for that because the transmission rate is about 3 times higher than that of other variants. You might have noticed that we have these kinds of references in here. These are actually our provenance links, so clicking on them will redirect us to the articles, highlighting all of the paragraphs that have been used. So, the 3 times factor is actually something that we encountered here. These functionalities allow the user to cross-check the information and ensure that the system has not hallucinated. As we all know, this is a big problem when working with LLMs. Moving on to a new case. We have performed a very simple search for diabetes, which has reduced the number of articles shown here to only 3,000. While looking at the widget, you might have noticed we have a small remark. Source, search results. As searching and filtering are one of the core features of the platform, we have restricted the context that is going to be used by LLMs by accounting only for the search results when building the base information for the model. So now, when I'm going to ask it, what is TB? It will use only the information from these 3,340 documents. Obviously, I got the simple answer, tuberculosis. I am just going to move on to the source document. And now please notice that the source has changed to the current document. So any addition to the conversation will only use the current document. I will ask again something about COVID. What is the relation between COVID-19 and TB? I do get some information. Obviously, they don't work well together. Okay, let's say that the user is just scrolling through the document as they consider it something relevant for their task, and they come across an acronym that is not explained in the near context. So more questions can be asked. What is MTBI? And the cross-referencing check continues to work as we explain it here. Okay, so to sum up, this integration allows the user to have a chat-like experience while using only the data that is loaded into the system. The user can make cross-references and use as a source only the documents that they have previously filtered using the regular search engine capabilities.